Hey T Squad, happy Monday. It's me, Keisha, and I'm here with this week's All Tea All Shade Baddies East Season 4 Episode 19 review. Next week will be the season finale episode, and then we'll go into the reunion. They put up a teaser trailer yesterday for the reunion, and child, it was pure mayhem. In the meantime, in between time, I'm going to be dropping my Baddies East confessional looks review video, and with it being so many girls, I got so many looks saved up, so this might end up being like a 3-part series because there's so many looks. So be on the lookout for my Baddies East confessional looks video, and I got some confessional looks from some other shows as well too coming up. But anywho, let's get into last night's episode. So Suki and Rolly squashed their beef at the club, which was good because they ain't had no reason fighting each other in the first place. It should have never even escalated to that point. And it wouldn't have if Rolly didn't get her big self involved. Like, Rolly is such a big disappointment. Like, she is literally the example of don't let fame go to your head, because she was like the fan favorite for a minute there. And then like over these last few seasons, like she has literally become insufferable. Like, girl, please sit down. Suki, however, is still not speaking to Sapphire, which I don't really blame her, because you can make up with her. Like, that's nothing. You and Rolly don't owe you nothing at the end of the day. But your best friend did owe you loyalty. And my thing is, she told you you was going to have to make it up to her by banging on E.T. I ain't see her doing nothing in that club at all. Like, why you so, I don't want to fight E.T. I don't want to fight Rolly. Why? You don't even know these girls. I could see if y'all were straight friends. You don't know them. And they disrespected your best friend. But you ain't want no smoke? Okay, Sapphire. She weak as hell to me. Rolly tells Mariah the next day, when they're all sitting around preparing for the day's activities, that Suki got an issue with her. And Mariah was like, okay, girl, like, okay, whatever. She said she don't have an issue with Suki, but Rolly was like, you do, because you've been talking about it to everybody. So Sapphire then jump in and start pressing the issue on whether or not she got an issue with her, because everybody keep on saying it. And apparently Mariah was talking about Suki, and Mariah and Sapphire start to argue. And I'm looking at Sapphire like, girl, I see what you're doing. You starting trying to create a moment between you and Mariah, because you got to make it up to your friend, and you gonna choose one of the smallest girls to go up against, instead of once again going up against the two buffoons you should have been going up against. Like, everything about you is okay, and I can't respect that. Don't pick on Mariah because she one of the smallest and the skinniest. Like, you're so whack for that. Like, so whack. And Mariah saw it from a mile away too. Now, I'm not going to ever sit up here and act like Mariah was innocent, because I do believe she was saying little slick stuff about Suki. But I also believe Mariah when she said all of y'all was talking about her. And they were. Especially Rolly when they was on the bus after they had their altercation. You was talking cash money-ish. You know what I'm saying? She even calls out Natalie for talking about Suki. So don't try to act like it was just her. So Rolly get in Mariah face, Thompson, don't act like I'm a fake AB and this, that, the third. Like, I'm scared of Suki or something. I told her what I said, da-da-da-da-da-da-da. So at this point, Mariah was like, you know what? I'm leaving. I ain't got time for this. Y'all have fun on this trip. Like, I'm not about to be ganged up on. So in the kitchen, Mariah says to Natalie, it's funny that Sapphire don't want to fight Rolly and E.T. and her friend put her on the chopping block. But when it comes to little old Mariah, everybody want to buck up. We've all been in the house talking. You said that she's a flip-flopper. And here go Natalie. Yeah, I said that, and I told her what I said. And it's like, Natalie, shut up, because you the main instigator of all this. You and your chin stay instigating something. Like, ain't both of y'all tired? Like, oh my God. So then the ladies are about to board the sprinter to go rafting. And Rolly steady talking ish with them knees a knocking, child. Knees looking like two curtains. Like, girl, you can't make this stuff up. So you talking this, that, and the third about Mariah. She heard Mariah say she's weird, and then decide to boom, 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 boom around the van to get to her, to tell her, you know, basically to like check her. So she ended up throwing something at Mariah back. Mariah turned around real quick and threw her drink at her too. I don't know if it landed, but I wish it would have, because Rolly, what are you doing? What are you doing? Like, why do you have an issue with everybody? Like, you used to be the type that mind your business. Now you just clicking off on any and everybody. It's like, girl, you don't have to prove nothing at this point. Is Zeus paying you extra to be dramatic and to start stuff? Like, because I'm really not getting it. Like, do you need to take a break? Are you angry about life? Are you angry about the fact that you had surgery and you still fat? Because I'm still trying to figure out, what did you have done, ma'am? Really, what did you have done? I'm so confused. Did you just have the front of your stomach done so it wouldn't be bulbous? Because the rest of you is still here. It's like boom, 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 boom. Like, I'm just so confused. And I said, if I don't see a significant weight loss by the time we get to this reunion, I really was going to be confused. And based off the teaser trailer, you still big. Like, that was a waste of money, girl. You should have got a lap band instead of sitting up here trying to get the front of your stomach done. You should have been getting gastric bypass surgery, ma'am. Like, no. And it's given very much like you're starting to be jealous of girls that are skinny and pretty or whatever the case may be. And it's just like, what happened to the Rolly that was so confident in who she was? I don't know. Like, you are acting really weird, and you have been, and it's been a slow build up. So the girls go rafting. Everybody having a good time drinking. Everybody getting sloshed. They dancing on the raft, twerking and all of that stuff. Suki and Sapphire end up on the same raft. Suki say she ain't really talking to Sapphire, but at some point they get the dancing and stuff together. And next thing we know, Suki and Sapphire raft is going past Mariah and Biggie's. And Mariah said the next thing she heard was, "You stink, you stink." And apparently Suki was telling her coochie stink. Everybody been saying it. And Biggie in the background Thomas like, it does. She drunk boots. I'm like, what is happening? So their raft ride ends up stopping at the same time. So Mariah says she's in disbelief that she's even getting into it with Sapphire and Suki, because she was like, she never had no smoke for either one of them. So they get to arguing back and forth. Suki telling this girl her cootie cat stink. Mariah was like, they all were talking about you. I said 3 things. And Suki was like, who? Who was talking about me? She was like, all of them. Okay, girl, if you're going to bring it up, get the name and names. That's how I feel. Like, don't get to talking about all of them. Who is all of them? Point out who was talking, because they ain't got no problem saying you was talking about me. Okay? So Mariah was like, I would never plot on her. She's pleading her case to them, because it's obvious she don't really want to fight or whatever, but she's like pleading her case to Sapphire and Suki, saying, I don't have no problem with you. I don't want to fight you, this, that, and the third. But once again, I will say Mariah ain't scary. That's one thing about it. It don't matter what size you are, how big you are, small you are. Mariah is not scary. And she might lose, but she ain't gonna never defend herself. And can Mariah be very messy and a pick-me at times? Very much so. Very much so. And I 100% do believe that she was talking mess about Suki. Yeah, she did. Because she didn't like the way Suki checked her. So Sapphire told Suki, allegedly, that she was gonna slide Mariah. Now, we didn't see her say this, but this is what Suki said in her confessional. And she said that she told her don't do it because she's small and petite. Like, don't fight that girl. That's not even fair. Now, Sapphire says that she had no intentions on fighting Mariah. I don't believe her at all. I don't believe her at all. Sapphire is a fake and a fraud to me. She is the pick me to the highest extent. She got what she wanted, a place on the show. I saw that she was one of the guest judges for the Baddies Caribbean auditions that took place over the weekend. So, you know, her bestie did her a big one by getting her on this show. She got what she wanted. There you go. So as Mariah and Suki are talking, going back and forth or whatever, Sapphire then decides to grab Mariah to throw her into the water. But you gotta be quicker than that because as soon as she goes to swing her around into the water, Mariah grabs her by that wig and flings her into the water, child. And then next thing you know, Sapphire up here trying to survive, trying to catch her breath, trying not to drown and fight at the same time. And I was like, that's what you get. That's what you get. God don't like ugly because you ain't had no business fighting that girl. No business at all. When you should have been fighting E.T. and Rolly, you didn't. You scary and you a punk. And I don't like that. I don't like that. You wanted to fight Mariah because you felt like you could beat her. That's the only reason why you did what you did. And Sapphire, I mean, you heard Suki in the background saying, Sapphire, I told you not to do that. I told you not to do that. Yeah, Sapphire can go. Great body, but she got to go. Overall, I'm going to give last night's episode of Baddies, I'm going to give it a C- because they gave us a whole bunch of footage that we did not need of them dancing and twerking and drinking on them raft boats. Like, that wasn't necessary. The episode didn't even have to be that long, child. But y'all let me know what y'all thought about the episode down below in the comment section. Make sure to thumbs up this video, like and subscribe, and hit that notification bell button. I love you guys, and I'll see you on the next video. Bye.